Good morning, dear students. Today I will teach you chapter 2 of Moments, The Adventures of Toto by Ruskin Bond. Okay, so before starting the chapter, I will give a short introduction of the chapter. After that, we will read the chapter line by line. Okay, so this story is a humorous and adventurous story of a naughty monkey. What was the name of the monkey? Toto. Toto was the name of the monkey. And it was purchased by writer's grandfather. Means the writer's grandfather bought the monkey from a Tonga driver. Writer's grandfather bought this monkey from a Tonga driver. The pranks played by Toto have been narrated in an interesting way and make the story a must read for us. Okay, so this story is about a monkey, a pet monkey named Toto. So let's see what is written here. Have you ever had a baby monkey as a pet? Toto is a baby monkey. So whenever we talk about pets, so the first name come to our mind is of dog, and after that cat and cow, but monkeys are very rare. So this was a pet animal. This monkey was a pet animal of author's grandfather, and it was a baby monkey. Let's find out whether he is mischievous or docile. So mischievous means difficult to understand, and docile means ready to accept instructions. Means was it the monkey very difficult to understand, and was he ready to accept every instruction? Okay, so let's see which type of monkey he was. Grandfather bought Toto from a Tonga driver for the sum of 5 rupees. So speaker is saying here, the author is saying here that his grandfather purchased this pet monkey Toto from a Tonga driver. Tonga, I think you all know. What is the meaning of Tonga? Horse cart. Okay, Tonga is horse cart. So it was purchased from a Tonga driver. The Tonga driver used to keep the little red monkey tied to a feeding trough, and the monkey looked so out of place there that grandfather decided he would add the little fellow to his private zoo. So feeding trough means it is a large container for feeding animals. So what the Tonga driver used to do? Tonga driver used to tie the monkey to this container, and the monkey looked so out of place, means he was not happy there, and grandfather observed it. So he decided that he would purchase this monkey and will add this monkey to his private zoo. He already had his private zoo. There was so many animals. So he decided that he will add one more. Toto was a pretty monkey. His bright eyes sparkled with mischief beneath deep-set eyebrows, and his teeth, which were a pearly white, were very often displayed in a smile that frightened the life out of elderly Anglo-Indian ladies. But his hands looked dried up as though they had been pickled in the sun for many years. Yet his fingers were quick and wigged, and his tail, while adding to his good looks. Grandfather believed a tail would add to anyone's good looks. Also served as a third hand. He could use it to hang from a branch, and it was capable of scooping up and any delicacy that might be out of reach of his hands. So this is the description of the monkey, that how the monkey was. The monkey was a pretty monkey. His eyes were bright, shining eyes, and his eyebrows were deep set eyebrows, and his teeth were pearly white, and means his eyes. Many ladies belonging to the Anglo-Indian community got scared when they saw his teeth, which were displayed when he smiled. Okay, so means everything was good. His eyes, his eyebrows, his teeth, his smile. But about his hand, it is written here that Toto's hands were dry and wrinkled, as if they had been dried in the sun like pickle. They means they were so dry, as they were dried in the sun like a pickle. And he had one long tail also, and the writer's grandfather thought, it was the thinking of the writer's grandfather, that the tail added to the good looks of an animal. So Toto's tail was like a third hand for him. It helped him hang from the branches of trees. He also uses to lift objects. It is written here scooping up. Scooping up means lifted. Okay, means to lift something or lifting. Scooping up means lifting. So he was using his tail as a third hand. He also uses to lift objects which were beyond his hands reach, which were not in his reach. He used his tail to hold the objects. Okay, now next paragraph. Grandmother always fussed when grandfather brought home some new bird or animal. So it was decided that Toto's presence should be kept as a secret from her until she was in a particularly good mood. Grandfather and I put him away in a little closet opening into my bedroom wall. My means authors, where he was tied securely, so we thought, to a peg fastened into the wall. So means the writer's grandmother was against grandfather's attitude of bringing new pets. Means he was in habit to bring pets at home, and grandmother didn't like it, and she was against it. So the grandfather thought that they would just keep this fact secret from her until she was in a good mood. They were waiting for the good mood. So they decided that whenever grandmother will be in good mood, then only the secret will be disclosed. At that time, the writer and his grandfather secured Toto in a little cupboard in the writer's room. Means they had to hide it. That's why they kept the monkey in the cupboard, writer's cupboard. In order to be sure that Toto did not escape, did not run from there, they tied him to a hook in the wall. Peg means hook. P-E-G, peg means hook. So they tied the monkey to a hook, and the hook was in the wall. Okay, next one. A few hours later, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, we found that the walls, which had been covered with some ornamental paper chosen by grandfather, now stood out of naked brick and plaster. The peg in the wall had been wrenched from its socket, and my school blazer, which had been hanging there, was in shreds. So I wondered what means wait students, I wondered, let me turn the page. Would say, but grandfather didn't worry. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. So, as it is told in previous paragraph, that they kept the monkey as a secret from grandmother. They didn't disclose it, and that's why the monkey was tied in a hook. And a few hours later, means it was hide in a cupboard. So ornamental, it is written here, ornamental. Okay, so ornamental means decorative, and naked means uncovered, ranged means broke. Okay, ranged means broke. Socket means attachment, or shreds means cut into thin slices. Okay, or means the writer and his grandfather went to Toto after a few hours, and the sight was shocking when they came back to the room a few hours later, means after a few hours, when grandfather and I came back to release Toto, when they came back to their room, means whatever they saw, it was shocking. What was shocking? We found at the walls, Toto had torn the decorative wallpapers, he had broken the hook and had escaped from his binding. Also, he tore the writer's blazer into thin pieces. Means this was the distraction, we can say, which was done by Toto. And but grandfather didn't worry. Grandfather was not means he didn't showed any anger after watching all these things. He seemed pleased with Toto's performance. He was happy that Toto is able to do all these things. He is clever, said grandfather. Given time, I am sure he could have tied the torn pieces of your blazer into a row and made his escape from the window. So the grandfather was quite delighted to see Toto's performance, Toto's adventure. He felt that Toto was very clever. He said that if they would have given him more time, he would have tied the thin pieces of the writer's torn blazer into rope and would have escaped out of the window. So he was considering all these things. He was relating all these things with his cleverness. Okay. His performance in the house his presence in the house is still a secret. Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants' quarters, where a number of grandfather's pets lived very sociably together. A tortoise, a pair of rabbits, a tame squirrel, and for a while my pet goat. But the monkey wouldn't allow any of his companion to sleep at that night. So grandfather, who had to leave Dehradun next day to collect his pension in Saharanpur, he decided to take him along. So means next day grandfather had to go Saharanpur to collect his pension. So means still his presence was a secret. Means just see the sociably means in a friendly manner. Okay. And means Toto was now shifted to the servant quarter. Means his presence was still a secret, and Toto was now transferred to a big cage in the servants quarter. So he was shifted there. He was put in a cage. Okay. So he would live with the other pets in grandfather's zoo. The zoo In the zoo there was tortoise, a pair of rabbit, a squirrel, and a writer's pet goat. But Toto was very mischievous, so he did not let the animals sleep that night. The writer's grandfather had to leave for Saharanpur. Means next day he had to go Saharanpur to collect his pension. He had to leave Dehradun that day. So what he decided? He decided that he will bring the monkey with him to Saharanpur. Unfortunately, I could not accompany grandfather on that trip, but he told me about it afterwards. A big black canvas kit bag was provided for Toto. This, with some straw at the bottom, became his new abode. Abode means home. When the bag was closed, there was no escape. Toto could not get his hands through the opening, and the canvas was too strong for him to bite his way through. His efforts to get out only had the efforts of making the bag roll about on the floor or occasionally jump into the air. The exhibition that attracted to curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. So the author is saying here that unfortunately he was disappointed that unfortunately he could not go with his grandfather and Toto on the trip. So his grandfather narrated the happening of the trip to him later on. So he had got a special bag for Toto. He prepared a special bag for Toto because everybody knows that everybody knew that he was very mischievous pet. So they just arranged a very strong bag for him. It was made of the strong material, canvas. He placed some dry grass at the bottom of the bag, and on the trip the bag would be Toto's home. He would live it. Means for during that time the bag was Toto's home. The bag had a zipper on the top of it. The writer's grandfather ensured that when the bag was closed, Toto would not be able to escape out of it because it was not legal to carry an animal with him. Toto would not be able to escape. Neither could be come out of the opening as it was closed with a zipper, nor could it bite the strong canvas material in order to run away. Still, Toto made unsuccessful attempts. What he did means he just became the attraction of the people. When means he was not able because the bag was too strong and he could not get out from the bag. His efforts to get out only had the efforts of making the bag roll. Means while the bag was kept on the floor and while he was making efforts to get out, the bag was rolling on the floor. And when the author's grandfather hanged the bag on his shoulders, then means people noticed that something was jumping inside the bag. An exhibition that attracted a curious crowd of onlookers on the Dehradun railway platform. Means people were just enjoying, they were observing that something is kept in this bag. That's why it was just jumping in the air. Toto remained in the bag as far as Saharanpur. Means when the author reached Saharanpur, till then he was in the bag only. But while grandfather was producing his ticket at the railway turnstile, Toto suddenly poked his head out of the bag and gave the ticket collector a wide grin. Grin means smile. So means till the Saharanpur station he was in the bag, but when he reached at the Saharanpur turnstile means check post, we can say it is a machine where he had to swap his ticket. So when he was just producing his ticket, at the same time Toto just he just came out, means not the whole body but his head came out from the bag, and he was seen by the ticket collector, and he gave a very wide smile to the ticket collector. The poor man was taken aback. Poor means ticket collector here. With great presence of mind and much to grandfather's annoyance, he said, "Sir, you have a dog with you. You will have to pay for it accordingly." So ticket collector said to grandfather, "Sir, you have a dog with you, and for the dog also you have to pay. You cannot carry this dog free of cost." So this is the first part of the story, students. After that, next part will be explained.